Yeah, hello! What's good, everybody? It's your boy Roman Puss here with the last and final of the season 39 tier list. We got the Defenders tier list. Now, me being the Defender main, I'm here to go over. I want to go in depth. I want to make sure that we can, hopefully this will get more people to play Defenders, because we need more people to play Defenders, and I play so many games when I am not playing a Defender. It's a rare occurrence that other people are playing them. And I don't know, maybe it's just the play style that people don't like to play them. It's probably the slowness is what I've seen most people don't like about them. But let's go over and see who is the top defenders, who is the worst defenders, and we will go from there. But let's take a look. Alrighty, now, me being the Defender main, I want to go in depth. I have played a lot of these and mained a lot of them. Some of them I haven't just because I don't have them leveled yet. So, let's take a look and see where we're at. Okay, my first one up, I'm actually going to skip him because I'm going to wait till I get other people placed around. Next up, we got the original OG, our queen, Mama Senpai. I love her. She's amazing, but this Mama's just not that great anymore. Honestly, she might be at the bottom of here. She's probably better than me. We'll see. But this Mama, her electrocution on her Zeus is amazing, but the thing is, there's a bunch of Snake Mans. The reason why she has gotten progressively worse is because, one, Blackbeard has been a thing for like 8 months now. And then 5 months after Blackbeard was released, actually 4 months I think, Snake Man came along. To which that has taken over the meta. It's all like the only people, like a large majority, I'd say a solid like 60 to 70% of players are using Blackbeard and or Snake Man, and yeah, it just seems like that, or at least of the top 100. So, which I'm currently like top like 80. I think I'm 80th place right now. So, yeah. So, Mama, her basic attack range is terrible. It's so short. It's so small. You can hit like 2 feet in front of you and like nothing else. Like you can't even go farther than that, if that. But yeah, she's really fallen down. She used to, I think, be at the like top of great or pretty close to there, but I don't know. She might be at the bottom. She might even just be mad. We'll see once we get other people placed. Next up, we got our boy, the 3-star Bellamy. Ooh, I think he was actually alright when he first came out, but this was a long time ago. This is like Dinosaur Age of OPBR. Jeez, it's crazy how far we've come in the different metas that we've lived through. His basic attacks are just terrible. I don't know if he's like, why do you exist? Because he still kind of has a purpose. Like, his skills are not terrible, but like, I mean, he's still pretty bad. Like, you're very unlikely to win with him or to perform very well on him. And yeah, just keep that in mind. Next up, the boy, Berto Romeo. God, I brain farted on his name for a second. Homeboy, the king of defense and the barriers. I almost want to throw him up in the alright tier. I don't think he's as bad as most people make him seem. Like, the issue is his counter can be walked around, so he can go and like do anywhere that he needs to be. So, like you counter, people just walk around and then hit you, and it just doesn't work that well. But he does have a lot of fat defense. I want to try getting him level 100. Pretty high maxed and then like boosted, and then see how he is with full attack, because he's got the defense buff, and he just got a recent buff that like increased his defense buff by 10%. I believe it went from like 20 to 30% or something like that. So I think he's actually pretty all right. I think a little underestimated, and he's always able to charge treasure. He's actually able to protect your whole team. If he has the wall, you can protect from Shank's wall. If you get like Barity stage, I think actually like pretty clutch. My boy Gekko Moria. He used to be one of the top tier defenders. I remember on previous tier lists where he was one of the SSSS tiers. But my boy is terrible. The only thing he has going for him is mainly the brick bat. But also his Doppler Man. If you can hit with his skill 1, his Doppler Man, it has 900 base damage, which is one of the highest. It's actually insane. It will almost always like one-shot like nearly everything. But since so many people have the survive with 1 HP, it's really not that great. But what it does, it leaves you vulnerable though. When you use it, you can't move, and if you get hit, it stops. So it's a risk using it. You have to use it outside of a fight and make sure the enemy is distracted if you are going to be able to pull it off successfully. Otherwise, his brick bat is pretty good. It has attack down, but the thing is, it scales with HP. So the lower HP you have, the less damage it does. But yeah, otherwise, when you don't have skills up, you're useless. You're just kind of a sitting duck. So that's what makes him so bad. His basic attacks are atrocious. Probably the worst in the game. I'm willing, maybe Kaya. But him and Kaya are probably contested. Kaya's are at least a little quicker, but she has smaller range. He has bigger range, but are so slow. Next up, Red Frankie. Definitely above him. I don't think he's that great. I definitely think these two are better than him and have much more usage. Probably Uncle F is probably going to be mad at me for putting him here, but I don't think he's ever been that great. He has that laser, which I guess you can snipe like people who aren't paying attention, but I have not noticed him to be that great. He might be able to be put up here, but honestly, I would take Berto Romeo over top of him for sure. Yes, I don't know. Berto Romeo seems like he's got much better utility, in my opinion. Next up, one of the blue defenders, one of the many blue defenders, Fujitora. I have seen some people with like full, I think they used all their 18% medals on their HP. Like 18% is like 70% HP, 70% defense. If you're sitting on top of your treasure, you are literally doing like single-digit damage to him with like a full attack character. It's actually insane. I can't believe, like, the only way you're killing that is if with Magellan or character boost. He's actually surprisingly much better than I thought he was, to be honest, when I've seen people with the full defense. The thing is, like, when it comes to offensive purposes, he's really not that great. You just gotta make sure, like, if you get it, like, enemy who's not paying attention and you use your little thing, your gravity, like, blow away attack that knocks him away, pretty much your abilities to, like, work off people not paying attention. Are they really good? Yes, they're actually insanely good. But, just, yeah, he doesn't have the greatest offensive purposes, but defensive purposes, being a defender, it can actually be pretty fat. But he is fairly killable and doesn't have any sustainability. Next up, Hawkins. Some people thought Hawkins' basic attacks are probably better, but Hawkins' skills, I'm so mad they made him a 3-star. I'm not going to talk too much on him. He's atrocious. You don't really use him. He's probably bad. I'm throwing him in the, well, no, because they still say he's better than that. But, yeah, just poor Hawkins. I want a 4-star version. I didn't want Wano version right away. They gave us Wano version right away, immediately, and I didn't want that at all. No. We should have gotten Kinemon or something as a 3-star instead of him. I would have been happier. Next up, Hina Swan. I'm willing to throw Hina Swan potentially up here. We'll see. If I get too many people in the great tier, she could definitely be sitting in the alright tier, but I think she's a very undervalued character. Her skills are insane. Like, you get your kimono sleeve, wrap them, cage them, which they just got buffed, so she now, like, holds them for an extra second. I think it's 4 seconds instead of 3 seconds, and she got another buff, too. I can't remember what it was. I don't remember if it was a cooldown buff. I think she got, like, a 5 seconds or 10 seconds off one of her abilities, and it's so much better. She's so much better. She's, like, I love her. Very undervalued character. Against people like, I guess, Mama, she might, I don't know. She's very easy to kill, kind of. The issue is she's definitely better at like offensive stuff oriented. So build full attack on her, in my opinion. You have the defense reduction too on your cage, so makes her pretty solid. She might just be an alright unit. We'll see. Next up, legendary Kai at the top of the list. S tier. The one, the only. Trash this kid. I don't know why she's a 4-star. People like this chick get a 4-star, but people like Hawkins get a 3-star. Like, where's the... I wish Bandai actually used, like, logic in their heads, but they just kind of just, like, shoot the shat with stuff like this, and it, like, tilts me. So, that's just not what should have happened at all. I don't think... No. Just no. Next up, the Law. I've always thought this Law was terrible. The other 2 laws, Green Law was definitely top of the list at some point. I think Green Law's fallen down. Red Runner Law is, like, top of the list now. And then this Law has just always been not very good, in my opinion. His defense reduction little room is not that great. It's really not as useful as you would think it would be. And his, like, scaffold was, like, super one-shotty when he was kind of first coming out. But he has not done much. I honestly think this Frankie's probably better than him. Yeah, honestly, I think Moria is better than him, too. I think Moria has more uses for killing and stuff than him. Like, I don't know. They go back and forth. And his basic attacks, he's not like that great. He's pretty slow. Not that great. This Luffy was never a fan. Never really used him that much. I just know he's not that great. When I verse against him, he doesn't perform that well. He can be a little bit of annoyingness when you're playing Mama, because he just can't be zapped and you just keep knocking him down. Old Mama. New Mama doesn't knock people down when she zaps, which is amazing because she can keep hitting him. But yeah, just, I don't know. I don't need to speak on him anymore. Next up, Mags Jellins. One up, another blue defender, because Bandai decided to flood the game of blue defenders. Homeboy, I love him. He's part of my main team. I use EX Big Mom, and then I use Max Jellins. I almost have him max. I'm so excited to have level 100, but I am performing decently just fine when I am not even level 100. So, and not even boost 2 yet either. So, Poison is fantastic for taking out those super tanky units. Like when you hit once with your demon, that's automatically 25% HP gone in due time. I really want to try out the 7 warlords. Once we get that Mihawk coming, it will add another blue warlord to the support unit, so you'll be able to have, I believe, 5 blue warlords, and then you just have 1 random color. So yeah, so he's going to be amazing, which extends, like, the Warlord's buff, for those of you that don't know, increases status effects by 30%. So instead of going 10 ticks, you last for 13 ticks, and therefore do 32 point something percent HP damage. So you do 32 instead of the 25%, so which is really, really nice, and you're hitting multiple people for all this HP. Like, that's actually an insane amount. You're ticking like damage. He's actually insane. The longer you fight him, you're just gonna wither away. My boy Blue Sabo-kun, I've never found him to be great. Never thought he was amazing at all. Maybe he's probably above Berto Romeo. He's got, I think it's an attack buff or a defense buff when he hits you with the claw, the dragon claw thing. And then he's got the invincibility thing. Invincibility has almost been, it's usually been broken on every character, I think, except for this character. He's never been super broken or oppressive, but he's been like, alright. I really don't think he's he's not that great anymore at all. He's just not shining. Just not shining at all anymore. Yeah, I don't have much more to say on him. Next up, another blue defender. Oh, I guess this was a blue defender. And then here's another blue defender. Sengoku-chan, you honestly could fight for these two. So far, I don't know if I'm just seeing more Fujitoras, but I see way more Fujitoras than I do Sengokus. I don't know if Fuji's just much more popular of a character, but this Sengoku, the issue, he's boring to play. I'm gonna be honest, he's straight up super boring to play. His skill 1, it's not that useful. But his skill 2 is pretty much everything revolves around his skill 2. He can be pretty much an unkillable tank, like Fujitora. If you have like the full HP, full defense, he'll be super thick. It just kind of gets annoying when you can't kill things, because eventually things just kill you. But he at least has a heal. He has sustainability, so if you get super good cooldown on that skill 2, then it makes him crazy thick. I'll probably put him above him. These two, whether he's better than Max Jellins, I think now that I have more analysis, I think before I placed him above Max Jellins, but honestly at this point I'd probably place him above there. That's hard. I could see you fighting for either. These three are very potentially interchangeable. I think Miguel and I would say is better than Fujitora, but Sengoku is kind of awkward, a little awkward of a spot. Next up, alright, I'm going to throw this guy in here, the one that I skipped away earlier on. My boy Bartholomew Kuma. I love him so much. I don't like that he's ranged, although I'm not positive how, I don't know. It makes sense for him to be ranged, but something about him just doesn't do very well. Honestly, Mama's probably better than him. I always thought, when we were back in the metas before like these dudes came along, I think Mama was definitely better than Kuma, in my opinion. Maybe it's just because I was green and had an advantage on him, but there be games where he kind of just destroys. A lot of people I don't think pull on his banner either, so a lot of people just don't have him. I only have him 75, but he's, I don't know, he's always been alright. These two you could probably fight. I'll give you, if you want to fight for Bartholomew, say he's better than that. Maybe say he's better than Hina. I don't know. I wouldn't say he's a great unit. Well, actually, I've been seeing a good chunk pop off, and usually they survive to the very end. But a lot of them have random, super crazy random builds. Maybe, actually, since I've been seeing them perform a lot better lately, I'll throw them up there. I know this seems all over the board, but I have been seeing them perform lately. Like, I've been seeing more level 100s and stuff, and they've actually kind of been getting some fat scores. So, you want his metal on, so you get the knockback heal, and you just keep healing and sustaining. And the thing is he's kind of trash in a 1v1. As most ranged characters are. Soul King's probably your best 1v1er that's a ranged character. But moving on. Red Shanks, the OG unit. What do you say is better than him? Probably better than him. His abilities are so slow. This was the unit that everyone got. He's something else. He's just outdated. He's just like, he lived his life, he lived his time, he did his duty, and now that's gone. So yeah, we all remember him. R.I.P. Red Shanks, OG Shanks. Blue Croco. Honestly, I kind of like a little Blue Croco on my teams and stuff. He's actually been, like, they're not too terrible. Your skill 1 is kind of useless AF, but your skill 2, the Stabbles, the one where you shoot the dart thing and then it can poison them, and if you crit, like, he's actually, like, not as terrible as, like, I thought he was. But he's like, pretty solid. You can actually, like, do alright on him. I don't think you'll ever be, like, topping the point charts with him, but he's got his purposes and his usage. Next up, Green Smoker. I thought this is terrible. I don't think he's good. Is he better? Is Red Luffy's probably better? I don't think... Uncle Forgiven might argue with me on where I put him to. Uncle Forgiven likes these, like, weird, like, trash characters that I've never really ever seen perform, but he says they have performed at some point in life, and I don't see it. But, yeah. I'm throwing it right there, leaving it at that. I don't... His abilities to take 10 years to go off. It's insane. He's not good. Next up, this Blue Smoker... This dude, he's got one combo. He's got, like, one niche, and that's to do his little poof smoke that confuses you, and then he'll do his little, like, super snake thing that's kind of actually really slow. And that's, like, all he does, really. He doesn't really have much combo outside of that. And, yeah, I just don't think he's just alright. Never really crazy. Next up, the all-time favorite. Now... I'm going to throw him up here for now, because I would definitely say he's oppressive compared to these people. But with new EX, beautiful, our queen, Big Mama Swan, running around, he is definitely getting knocked down a few pegs. So if we get a solid green defender that can destroy that mama, I think that will change, and that person could potentially be on top of Blackbeard. But the issue is it's still Red Run meta. So we just need more Big Moms to come in. A lot of people don't have her max yet. So once there's a flooding of the Big Moms in, say, a month or two, he might just start to become non-existent. And I actually can't wait for that day, because he is so annoying to fight and try and kill on anything that's not the new Big Mom. You'll be amazed if you guys ever do pull the new Big Mom how easy it is to kill Blackbeards. It's insane. Like, you've never had an easier time. I love it. Wapple. I love this character. I'm waiting. You guys want V2 Whitebeard? I want V2 Wapple. I want slim form V2 Wapple. Insane new EX character. I'm calling it now. Definitely better than these trash holes. I like Wapple. He can be super thick, and he's got flat damage. I don't know. He's just super old. I'm not now. When I'm trying to talk, like, positive about him, that doesn't mean they're great or anything, but he's still pretty bad. Like, his basic attack combo's kind of trash and stuff, but yeah. Just keep that in mind. The Shirohige-sama. He was actually super good when he first came out. Mama always kind of demolished him. Like, so Mama was even, like, with color disadvantage, my Big Mom would always destroy Whitebeards, because he takes 10 years for stuff to go off. The Blue Salvo's probably better than him. Would I say he's better than Berto Romeo? Honestly... You people might get mad at me for this. I would potentially say Berto Romeo would be better than Whitebeard. Potentially. Whitebeard will be able to hit harder and stuff, but Berto Romeo is just kind of got a little more protection and stuff, and a little more agile because he's smaller. So, I'm throwing him down there. I think both of these can work. I have made them work, and I've done it before. But, yeah, just they're not the greatest. Whitebeard's just so slow. Abilities take too long to go off. They're not, like, buffed. Like, his skill 2 should be invincible. The one where he goes and slams the sides, it should be invincible just like Blackbeard. But it's not. And it's, like, so slow, it's so easy to run away from it. You can start off right on top of it and then just walk away, and you'll have no problem. After that, Green Zoro, Time Skip Zoro. He had his time to shine at one point in life. Is he shining anymore? No, not at all. His abilities don't even do damage, which he used to do damage. I swear he did damage at one point in life, but I have not seen one of these Zoros do damage to me in quite some time. It's been a long while, but I would probably throw Frankie just because he's green at this point, and since green's not the strongest color, because mostly red people, it's just, yeah, it's just a thing. Yeah. Monkey D Garp. I know a lot of you were so disappointed when he got, like, released as a 3-star. I say better than these people. We're gonna move this Shanks down just to kind of equate everything. Monkey D Garp, cannonballs are pretty fat. I think they ignore defense if I remember correctly. They ignore defense, and then he's got the super punch thing that reduces your attack, and then he's also got a heal when he knocks people back. Or knocks people down, I believe. So yeah, he's got like decent sustainability. He can hit pretty hard, but he's still only a 3-star, so his stats are lower compared to everyone else's, so gotta keep that in mind. Nightmare Luffy, blue defender. Do we need another one? I think so. Nightmare Luffy, definitely better than Kuma. Probably better than Fuji. Would I say better than Sengoku? It depends on what you're going for. If you're going for pure combat-wise and trying to fight and kill things, Nightmare Luffy's going to be better than Sengoku. If you're talking about straight-up defending and survivability, Sengoku's going to take the reins. So, you can fight these. I still think Magellan's like way better than him. So, I think Magellan's better than Nightmare Luffy. Nightmare Luffy is better. He's quicker and able to kill things easier than probably these two are. I mean, he's able to kill things super easy, but he just takes longer to do it. Whereas he's like a little quicker, so. And with Big Mom being a thing, I'll guess since Big Mom's a thing, I'll buff him up. I'll buff him up because he can't be shocked by the new Mama Swan. Green Croco Boy. Now, we love the Green Croco. He is not good. I think old Croco's better than him. I'll throw him in bad. He's kind of bad. Alright, sorry Bellamy, you're getting the boot. Sorry Hawkins, you're getting the boot too. Honestly, why do you exist as like that? I don't think that should be a thing. But, yeah. Green Croco was never really good. Super slow abilities. It's not that his abilities take slow to go off. They're actually just slow moving. Kind of like Magellan's Chloro Ball. Like, they just go so slow. So you can just walk away from them. What's the point of having a fast cast time when your ability's slow AF and then it just like any enemy can just walk away? It's actually insane. So yeah, that is what it is. Next up, your boy Kiji. We're gonna be getting a new Kiji soon. He's gonna be a red defender supposedly. We'll see if that actually holds, but supposedly red defender Kiji coming up. Blue defender Kiji, I think can hold his own. Definitely better than him. Would I say better than Berto Romeo? Potentially. If you have the right, like, full super annoying tank build, probably better than Berto Romeo. Because blue is pretty safe color. Yeah. Kiji, always been a super high tank. Has that defense buff. Has the freezing, which can be super annoying. And, yeah, I think he's just kind of been alright. I haven't seen them ever truly shine very often. They just kind of do that and be there. But, yeah, I'd say that's fine. That's probably fine. That's good. Carpona Bedge, definitely, I'd say, in actual combat, like, best boss battler, for sure, like, one of the greatest boss battlers, but, he's probably worse than these guys in actual combat. In actual league battle, Bedge is different. Definitely, like, not nearly as good. Yeah, we'll throw Capone Bedge there. He seems good there. My boy Corazon, I'm not going to throw... And he's not actually going in there. I think Corazon can be in the alright tier. Nobody... Like, not very many people have him maxed. And so many people just hard judged him at the beginning. I am willing to fight for him. I need to test him out and see what he's like at level 100. Because I think he has a good chunk of potential. But a lot of people just aren't giving him a chance because they saw his skills. And I'm disappointed with his skills, but I really like him as a character, so I want to give him a shot. I'm going to give him more test data, and we'll see. Maybe, like, I'm going to test him out some more. He'll potentially move down, or he might move up, but I'm just going to throw him here. Actually, we'll throw him under here. We're going to throw him under this Corazon. Throw Croco to our right. Yeah. We'll throw him in meh tier. I'd say he's better than these kids, potentially. The Scarp might be better than him, but I think that's fine for now. Potentially, we may move him up once I get him level 100 and see how he performs when he's max to the max out. Yeah. So we will see then. Amaru Enaru. Oh, Bubble Buns NL. I love him. He's great. I think he's very fun to play. He's actually so tanky when he's in his electric field. The thing is, when you see him do that electric field, all you have to do is run away to a different flag. There's definitely another flag that you can run to and go to that you don't have to waste your time with him. And then he's just kind of ploop out of luck. So, like, I think these three, like, blue defenders on blue defenders. Holy shit, all of these are blue defenders. Oh my god. Yikes. That's insane. I I think he's better at combat. He's definitely better at killing things than Fujitora. Fujitora is just like a primarily defensive unit. Amaru can still, like, he can like chunk people, a lot of people for some fat damage. So I think he's better at killing things. I'll place him above because he can kill things. With the people like the Luffy's running around, though, it kind of doesn't help you that people can't be shocked. So that's kind of screwing you over. But maybe if Luffy ever somehow, some way phases out of the meta, he'll be a lot better. But there's so many people that just can't be shocked that are being meta right now. And just, yeah, it is what it is. Next up, my boy from one of my own, from my family, shouted through Katakuri. Now, with the new mama being a thing, I'm almost wanting to put him above Blackbeard, but the thing is, with Blackbeard's running around, Blackbeard can actually kill him decently easily. Well, decent, alright. He has an alright time trying to kill Katakuri. Especially since Katakuri has multiple hits, which gives Blackbeard his free skill 2. So all Katakuri does is kind of give Blackbeard free skill 2s. Keep that in mind. I think that's why we'll keep him under Blackbeard for now. But this Katakuri is really good. It's super good sustain. If you like run the CP9 medals, go the Wolf medal with 2 Lucci medals, and you'll have fat heals, you'll have fat cooldowns. It's actually amazeballs. So I can't wait to get him level 100. I have him level 92 right now, and I'm so excited to have him maxed out. Next up, Captain Kid. Ooh, this kid I'll throw him right here even. That kid was not good. I knew he wasn't good. I posted on the freaking Reddit page being like, oh, he looks like Garbo, and I got 13 downvotes for it. I didn't say the character himself looks bad. I was just saying his skills were looking bad. Those charge ability, he needed, if he was invincible, he potentially was probably better off. He's very offensively oriented, which is nice, like helps you kill things, but his basic attack sequence is not that great, and his skill 2's kind of super bad. Your skill 1's alright. It's like, it's nothing, no game changer, but it's just alright. Yeah, he just is what he is. I've seen a couple level 100s, and they have not like wowed me per se. Next up, this little snitch. A lot of you people are looking for your cheesecakes and stuff. Why do you exist? Why her? Why her? I mean, I guess I would have taken her over, like, if they would have made Viola a 3-star, I would have been sad. I don't want Viola to be a 3-star. But Viola, I'm Team Viola, not Team Rebecca. Rebecca sucks. Next up, I will throw him. Ooh, one of my supernovas, and you people have been sleeping. You guys slept on him at the first beginning, but I went ham on him for those summons. I love him. He is amazing. Uruzhu Senpai. Now, these two are very, very, very close. If they were to 1v1, it could definitely go more. Obviously, Uruzhu has color advantage, but also Uruzhu gets his counter back up by getting hit multiple times. So, in general, it's probably going to sway in Uruzhu's favor. But this Katakuri is good at, like, if blues become the meta, this Katakuri is going to be your lifesaver for taking out the blues. 100%. Your skill 1 hits like amazingly on him. And your counter can always one-shot. Like, there's so many times where I nearly one-shot these, like, Shankses and stuff with Uruzhu. It's insane. And your skill 2, although you can be staggered, is very great at, like, one-shotting people too. It's insane. I love it. And yeah, Uruzhu is definitely one of the OP units for sure. If I had to pull up like a blue unit, we'll just throw Max Jellin into OP. Max Jellin's definitely killable, but like, I'll give like 1 blue. I know I got 2 reds up here and then a green, but no, I'll just leave him here. That makes most sense. Yeah, so that's my tier list. That's what we got. With that, you guys, that is all I have. That is my tier list. Let me know what you guys think, who you would have where. If you would make any changes, just let me know. That's all I have for you guys. If you liked the video, be sure to like, follow, subscribe. If you didn't, that's fine too. You do you. And with that, I'm your boy Roman Puss. I'm going to be taking off. Yeah. Peace, beautiful people.